Welcome back to East Providence, everybody. NEBA fans. We are in the round of 8 of the Strike FX Pro Shop doubles. The matches you will see in front of you this round on 3 and 4 are Mr. Chris Forey and
Dave Kipperman
Dave Kipperman.
versus Viali and Darren Borges.
Okay, I see it there on the bottom. Just looking at the top of the bracket for some reason. Okay.
Lane.
Viali and Borges versus Kipperman and Forey. And on 5 and 6, Rich Reynolds and Paul Smith against Larry King and Gino Beniamino.
Out of camera view on lanes 9 and 10 are the team of Jesse Gibson and Tom Salamini versus John Kirker and Chris Larson.
Yep. And then Rob Green
On 11 and 12.
and
it's-
Whitney against Justin Veal and Dennis Bissonette.
All right, so on lanes 3 and 4, Darren Borges started off with an open, and Dave Kipperman started with a spare. Forey
So,
has left a 10-pin on lane
This
3.
is the, speaking of Mr. Forey, this is the first of the Paul Forey Cup. So in a singles event, it's the top 8 advance.
Yep.
It's like a FedEx Cup style tournament. We take the top 8 people from random events, and then at the end of the year, those 64 people will roll off for $10,000 grand, not grand prize, but total prize fund.
Last year, first place was $2,000 on top of what they got for finishing
right.
in the event.
Yep.
So it does include a different event. I was
Right. It takes place during an actual tournament, and it's based on your standings from that tournament. So there's no certain special roll off for that money. That just where you place in the tournament is your final finishing place in the Forey Cup. So in the singles event, it's the top 8. So this being an event, it's the top 4 doubles teams. Both players from the top 4 doubles teams will advance to that elite field of 64 at the end of the year.
Yep.
You can see on bowlneba.com a list of the other events if you want to try and qualify for that field. The next one is, I don't know. I have it in front of me. I have to.
I have a list. I can
no,
get
wait
a
a minute.
list
No,
of
no,
them.
no, no, no. Hold on. I have a schedule here somewhere. Hold on. I have so many papers that I know I have it somewhere. Here we go. So the next is next month, March 18th and 19th at Hall of Fame Silver Lanes.
All right.
The next qualifying event for the Paul Forey Cup.
Okay.
After that, April 22nd, 23rd in Nutmeg Bowl. May 20th and 21st in AMF Chicopee Lanes. The top 8 singles will advance. And then from the Cranston doubles, June 18th, the top 4 teams. Also, the July 22nd doubles event in Yankee Lanes and Keene. Those top 4 teams in doubles will advance. And the singles the next day, the top 8. And then the top 8 from the 1,000 tournament in Callahan's Bolorama.
Wow.
Will be the 64 people that qualify, and then the roll-offs for that will start in Manchester on September 16th and 17th. More info on that on bowlneba.com, but we just wanted to mention that the 4 winners of these 4 matches will automatically qualify for that field. So we also should say that we are bowling on a 36-foot pattern.
Probably more like 37, 38 now.
Yeah, a little carry down, about urethane. 3.3 to 1, 31 mils. There was a lot of oil in the front. Yep. But there was still plenty of friction to the right. So you're going to see...
like Viali here, he got that to about 6 and the ball checked up and hooked.
So this is NEBA number 989 on the way to 1,000. The 1,000 tournament will be August 19th and 20th at Callahan's Bolorama, which we just said is part of the Forey Cup. Larry King with a double. We did have a grand total of 95 teams bowl today. The cut at 9 a.m. was plus 170.
Vic cleaning up the spare rather nicely.
The cut at 1230 was plus 189. And the at-large cut was plus 122.
Gino laying it off the corner, goes to the face.
And the alternate was me at 119 over.
Yay.
But we did receive certificate for a free bowling ball courtesy of Storm. First guys out of the cut. That's part of the sponsorship program that we have. Storm provides 2 balls
Per tournament.
per tournament. Normally it's 1 raffle and 1. If you
There's always an alternate.
you make a reservation, you get entered in a raffle for the 1 ball,
Yep.
and then the other one is first out of the cut.
Yep.
But when it's doubles, there's no raffle.
Correct.
The 2 balls goes to the first team out of the cut, which was me and Jimmy Pritz.
Speaking of bowling balls, we are there is a little special we're having that if you share or like the feed.
Both. No. Share and like.
Oh, you got to do both. Okay.
Share and like the feed of the title match. You will be entered in a drawing for 2 Storm product bowling balls, courtesy of Island Bowling Supply and Joe Farley. So when the title match comes up, make sure you like the feed and share the feed. You will be automatically entered. Somebody will go through it tomorrow and see how many people fit the qualifications, and then there will be a random drawing for 2 Storm bowling balls provided by Island Bowling Supply and Joe Farley. Thanks.
While we're on the title match,
Yeah.
who do you think's going to be in the title match? If you
I'm gonna say.
You got to look at the bracket, though, because you got to see
Okay.
people on
All
opposite
right.
sides of the bracket. So instead of choosing 1 horse, you get to choose 2.
I'm not choosing 2. I'm choosing 1. No redos here.
Oh, stop it.
No redos here.
Larry King with a split on
I'm
lane
gonna
6.
take Paul Smith and Rich Reynolds. How about that?
All right.
And Rich Reynolds has 2 opens this game, and I just said it anyways.
Nice job.
Well, they can't call me a cloud. It already happened. I didn't make it happen.
I'm going to take Viali and Borges.
Look at this. Oh, Flory almost rolled the 210.
Well, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Now Paul's on lane 5 now, so let's see what the Cloud does.
Can't
All right.
cloud that ball.
Not that one, no.
Can't cloud that ball.
Nope.
Only when I throw it. That's another story for another day.
Forey picking up the 10 pin on lane 3. So, 3 frames in. Match on lane 3 and 4. Looks. Depending on what Darren does right here, it could be
I didn't introduce you. I didn't introduce you in case people are just jumping in for the first time today. So this is Brian Gasco with you today, representing our sponsor, title sponsor for today's event from Strike FX Pro Shop, Stephen Major.
Hi.
Sorry, I always forget that part.
That's okay.
People have been watching; they know who But there are some new people coming in, so
That's all right.
let's get that out of the way. So.
Howdy.
Again, this is a Strike FX doubles event. You are one of many. Is that going to go?
Nope.
No. One of many sponsors that provide funding for prize funds, this broadcast, a lot of things. This stream would not be possible without all of our sponsors, so we thank them all. I'm going to run down the list real quick, and then we can concentrate on the scores. But thank you again to Strike FX Pro Shops, John and Alex, Cambridge Credit Counseling, Chris Viali, I Am Bowling, powered by Logan Fusion, Kenny Keegan, Turbo Grips, Chris Sand, TechVision, Bruce Hall, Jeff Barden from Yankee Lanes, both in Keene and Manchester. We'll be hitting both of those sites this year.
Oh,
And that's
Darren
a 9
with a
miss for Darren.
spare. Did that the last match, too.
Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Rich Reynolds, who you're watching right now on 5 and 6. Thank you, Rich. Savage Arms, Al Casper, Callahan's Bolorama. They'll be sponsoring our 1,000th event. Can't cloud the purple hand loss. Can't cloud purple.
Nope.
All right, DJ's Pro Shop, John Zawalik, Manny Styles of Bowling, LaRue Marlowe, Bloomfield Electric, Roger Barral, GMS Decorative Concrete, Clay Schwartz, Dexter Shoes, Paul Sylvia, Chaos Strikeforce, Tony Mendiola, Rock Monster Sports, Greg Flaman, East Coast Sports Investors, Jeff Dawson. He was our sponsor yesterday. He spent the whole day with me in the booth. Thank you, Jeff. Ideal Bowling Concepts, Keith Lang. He was here today bowling. DJBT, Jeff Purchase, Tournament Series. UseBowlingBalls.com, Mitchell Pincus. And as we said, Island Bowling Supply, the newest sponsor, providing 2 balls to you folks at home for
double.
sharing and liking the feed of the title match later on today. So let's catch up with the scores. Now that we get that.
Valley just punched out a double after Darren's open, which was pretty big. So
Larry King just threw a Brooklino, or as Viali would call it, a Cali.
him and his
He's got a name
words.
for everything. Yeah, he's got something. Yep.
Forey going after the baby split. And
No good.
Hooks right into it.
All right, so let's catch up with the scores again. Let's see. So on 3 and 4, Kipperman and Forey are both in the 180s right now, right?
Yep.
And their opponents, one guy's in the 170s, but the other guy's in the 2 teens. So call it a 20-pin lead for Viali and Borges, right?
Yeah.
Got me? 20 pins or so?
Yes.
Give or take some count.
Yep. Kipperman with a strike. on
Kipperman
lane
strikes,
3.
that cuts it to around 10. And then on 5 and 6, here's Gino. That's going to not roll the 2-pin.
He went through the face a couple of shots on both 5 and 6, so he tried to move in a little bit. Now you're going to see how tricky these couple of pairs in front of us become after a couple of games played, from various people playing different places. Darren with a strike on lane 4.
All right, so Gino's in the 180s right now, and Larry's in the 190s. And Paul Smith is in the 220s right now with spare triple. And Rich is in the 180s. Here's Paul. Oh my God, Stone 9.
It's not your fault.
116 in the third. 120. They're up about, I'm going to call it 20, 12. I'm calling a 22-pin lead for Smith and Reynolds.
Viali up on lane 4. Working on a double. Can go 280. He's a little bit more animated. I feel like
he's in his wheelhouse. He's in his wheelhouse. I'm not the only one that likes to play out. He's getting there differently than I, but he. Look, Chris is good at a lot of things, but when he can play out, he's in another stratosphere, and he's not playing necessarily, like I said, up and out.
He's feeding out.
He's feeding it out, and he's absolutely. I mean, look, we grew up in the same era. We bowled on the same stuff, I met Chris in college many years ago when he was at William Patterson. My freshman year at Lowell, I met Chris at a holiday tournament in Atlantic City.
How long ago?
Oh, it had to be 1990-91 season.
That's what, 32?
Yeah.
32 years ago?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Holiday tournament.
1990s is now 30 years ago.
Holiday tournament in Atlantic City, right around Christmas, and you think lanes hook? Now you should have seen those lanes hook. That was. All right.
Tom Solomini.
Tom Solomini on lane 9 and 10 off camera. Let's see.
Going for a double.
Let's try and do the scores over there. That it looks like the Larson team. Larson and Kirk are right.
Yeah.
90, 120.
Rich Ronaldo got that right.
That's another strike for Rich. That extends their lead. Let's go back to 9 and 10. I'm going to try and do some quick math here. Let's see.
All right.
Plus 8, 27, 37.
Gibson on lane 10.
10, 20, 30.
Ooh.
team on the right is up 17 pins. Well, now make it 7 with that double.
So that would be the team of
You got it, Ken.
Kirker.
Short oil, man.
So that's the team of Kirker and Larson. Forey just went from a purple to an obsession tour to an obsession.
All right, so there's a block for Paul.
So Dave Kipperman on lane 4 is on a double against Darren's strike. Viali's on a 3-bagger, just to refresh you on that match. Let's see, Dennis just.
Whoa, Dennis out the window for a 5 count. 5 washout.
But his opponent, his partner is on a 3-bagger, Justin Veal. Kipperman buries it for a 3-bagger.
All right, so let's see. Here's Paul Smith on 5 and 6. Off of that stone 9. So that gives them 67, 97. They're plus 16.
Dennis cleaned the spare up.
Plus 16, 86.
Darren ball goes through the 8-pin.
I got a 34-pin lead here for Reynolds and Smith.
All right.
Through, well, Larry can knock that down by 10.
So not much has changed on the 3 and 4, so that's still
Here's
about
Larry
a 20.
King to try and cut it. No, that's through the middle. So at the 30, like he's going to lose a pin and count. Call it a 35-pin lead for Paul Smith's team.
Oh, Rob Green just threw it in the gutter.
I didn't think that was possible today.
He just threw it in the gutter on a 4-bagger. Wow.
I threw 2 today that should have been in. They peeled and left a 10-pin both times, but they should have been 0. Forey.
I think the kid yelling at him, kids yelling at the party,
Oh, geez.
kind of got him. It's kind of what's tough about bowling this late at night is you get caught with some of the birthday parties. You know, the bowling center has to do business, so you know sometimes the kids can get loud and get you right in your backswing, and you can't stop. So you know, so now
I thought Rob Green threw another one in. That just hung on.
flat 10, so that's a gutter 9. Viali on lane 3.
Paul Smith is throwing a purple hammer. I saw the question flash up on the screen real quick, but yeah.
Viali's just
Try to keep up with the comments, guys, but they only show up on my end for like a second or two, and then they disappear. So unless I'm watching on my iPhone,
I'll pull it up.
I'll try
on
and
my
keep
phone.
up with the comments.
I'll pull the stream up on
Paul
my
Smith
phone.
is throwing a purple hammer.
I can pull up the stream on my phone.
Yeah, I can too.
Watch
the
the,
iPad that controls the camera, though, I
watch
only
the
see them for a
comments.
quick second, and then they disappear. All right. Here is Rich Reynolds to try and extend the lead. Gino left a 10-pin.
All right. Some Rich Reynolds fans back here. Off to my left, Dave Kipperman with a 379 on lane 3. So that team's gonna need some help with Darren on a double and Chris on a 4-bagger. Kirker slapping.
Kirker is going to shoot
4-pin.
260, or, well, with another strike, he'll shoot in the 260s.
Ooh, Darren mixes him up on lane 4 for a 3-bagger, so that match is starting to set its way in.
I'm guessing the Kirker and Larson are safe.
Justin Veal picking up a spare.
On the match on 9 and 10. Can we get a score check on 11 and 12 on the best in that match? I can't. Let's see.
I'll be right back.
Please. Yep. Gonna send Stevens, took his headset off. He's gonna go check the match on 11 and 12. It's just a little tough to see the scores down there from where we're sitting. Here's Larry King. That's up the lane, and he's got it. All right. Here's Viali on 3 and 4. 3 and 4 to extend their lead.
That match with.
Go ahead.
All right, so on 11-12, Veal and Bissonette enjoy about a 20-pin lead.
And while you were gone,
Viali
Viali and Darren both doubled, so that match is taken off a little bit.
Well, they're my pick, so here's my quarter bet on that.
Quarter? What are you gonna want for that? This ain't the 90s anymore, Costa. Quarter doesn't go very far anymore.
No.
You used to be able to get something for a quarter when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
Whiff spare over there on 11 and 12. What does that do? They were already down, though, right?
They were already down.
They were already down.
So that made the match a little bit more difficult.
So Rich Reynolds has just found a 5-bagger after starting out with 2 opens out of the first 3 frames.
Kirker and Larson will advance.
Gino and Larry King are going to have to find some strikes fast because they are running out of frames.
So we can begin filling in the bracket here.
Oh.
Darren with a 4-bagger, so as you said about King and Benamino, Forey and Kipperman need to find a couple of strikes.
Yes, they do. They need to find a lot of strikes. And they also need the other guys to stop striking.
Paul Smith with a strike on lane 6.
Wait a minute. Help me out here. Did we do bad math? We thought the Kirker match was over. Is that not over?
We might have. We might have done bad math. I think.
Well, Jesse just threw that plus 64. Nah, that match was over. I mean, it's close. It's closer than I thought it was, but they won by
Kirker and them won by what?
14.
14. Okay.
So even if Jesse struck out, he could only get another 12. So
they were down by 2. So he needed Chris Larson to miss a spare.
He needed the double and Larson to open.
Yep.
Okay. So it was not mathematically over. My bad.
We just predicted it a little early.
Well, you know what it is, because he got 6. If Larson had just got like 8 or 9 in the first ball, it would have been over because he would have gotten another few pins.
Oh. Darren stuck with his sneakers on lane 4. So
here's Rich Reynolds. And that's
a wobbler 4.
Not even going to go.
Wobbler 4-pin.
They are comfortably in the lead. Let's see, they're going, they're in the 430s. If the other 2 guys strike out, they can only get to 420-ish. So any spares by Reynolds and Smith is good right now. They just mark out they're good. And that's assuming that the other guys throw them all. So if the other guys don't throw them all, it's really over.
So Viali and Borges are going to advance.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, that one we can safely call. Viali and Borges are safe. Viali's going at a 280 clip, and Darren is already in the 2 teens, so they're good to go. And Florey's going to get the EP messenger. Oh! That was almost an EP special, but no.
All right, it looks like Dennis is moving his stuff to another lane.
So I would.
That's
That's
they
safe to
won.
say that Dennis Bissonette and his partner
Justin Veal.
Justin Veal will advance.
And they're gonna face Borges and Viale. And that match is just about round up. So we have our match play bracket.
We have our final 4.
Yes, we
And
do.
finally, you'll get to see everybody bowl in the next round because the 2 matches will be on 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, so you'll see everything. I won't have to try and strain my eyes to see 11 and 12 anymore.
So the matches we have for the next round are going to be John Kirker and Chris Larson versus Paul Smith and Rich Reynolds, and our other match on the other side of the bracket is going to be Justin Veal and Dennis Bissonette versus Christopher Viale and Darren Borges.
All right, we'll hang on here. Let's watch the 10th frame. Let's see if Viale strikes over 280. But that's about all we get to root for at this point because these matches are all out of wood.
They're all completed.
And to reiterate, those 8 people that are still alive will all qualify for the Paul Ford Cup. And both of our picks are still alive.
And they're on opposite sides of the bracket.
Oh, wow.
How good is that?
Does that mean I got to find a quarter somewhere to match you now?
Yep.
Kipman with the 7-10. Bounce. Oh, he.
Nope. No bounce.
Nope.
Nope. No bounce. All right.
You're out. See you, Aaron.
Oh. I always find myself leaving the bowling center at last. Except for you.
Yeah. Good luck. I'll be here an hour after you're gone packing up still.
Doubt it.
All right, Gino. Good showing, Gino.
All right, Viale only 3, going for 280 here. Gets
That's
it
way
to the
right.
crack.
That's way right. I think that was a little test. That was a little test, I think. A little area check.
Well, he walked back to Kipperman. It was like, what the hell was that? He's
I
like,
mean, it's easy to throw it out the window when you win it by 70. So.
Oh, I know. Look at that, making the spares late. So.
He just wanted to throw another
Smile.
shot. Forey wanted to throw another shot.
Just remember to share the feed because
Yeah,
the round
folks,
after the
make
next.
sure you come back in for the final match and share and like the feed.
And both.
Both.
Paul with a slapper 10. They're gonna go 490. No. 240, 220, 470. You got some high double sets. Usually don't see that.
All right, gang, that's about it. We're going to sign off. These guys are just throwing their fill balls now. These matches are out of wood. We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes with the round of 4, and finally you'll get to see all the action, because that's all the action will be on 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So
Yep.
we will see you
In a few minutes.
Thank you.